Hey guys, Bobby Allen here. Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are listening and watching somewhere on the planet Earth. Isn't that crazy? Welcome to technology, right? Hey, how are your relationships? Have you been hurt again? Have you had somebody you trusted and loved and built memories with do the old hit and run, blow and go? See you later. Did it catch you off guard? Did it catch you by surprise? You felt like you're blindsided? I know, I've had those too, man. And you know what I found out? You don't lose friends. You lose acquaintances. You lose people who you might have sincerely did things with, hung out with, and even built memories with. But they weren't friends. Friends don't leave. Bobby, come on. Test drive that. Think through it. Look at your life experience. Look at your hurts, habits, hang-ups, your gifts, talents, abilities. Look at the people who've come into your life that are still there, and look at the people who've left. Well, Bobby, there's millions of reasons why people come and go. Friends don't leave. Don't overthink it. If you can die with 3 real friends in your lifetime, that's amazing. Acquaintances are a dime a dozen. The bowling buddy, the beer buddy, the hangout buddy, the let's go to the picnic, let's go to the concert. Nothing wrong with that at all. There are different levels of friendship, different levels of commitment, different levels of intimacy. But I'm talking about real friends. They don't leave. They're the people that realize, I don't need you. That's why I can be a real friend to you and for you. The more you need to be needed, the less you really have an authentic relationship being built. We need each other because I believe God wired us for community and He wired us for commitment. But if you need to be needed, eventually you're going to be a liability in a relationship and a friendship because you need people to breathe. You need people to feel better. You need people to make you something that only God can make you, and that's whole and complete. Well, Bobby, nobody's perfect. This is a high expectation. Actually, you're right. None of us are perfect. That's why we need to get our needs met in Christ. Well, Bobby, I'm not religious and all that Bible junk and all that churchy junk. Me either. God's not religious either. He never created or made religion. Man made religion. Religion is man's attempt to please God and do tricks and be nice and good so God will like me and love me. And hopefully you can do enough. Relationship, what the God of the Bible is about, is simply saying, hey, I'm holy. That's my character and nature. So no human will ever be perfect. So I'm going to send Christ to be the sacrifice. I know He visited the planet. Jesus met all God's demands and expectations. All we have to do is believe Him and grow in that belief and grow in that awareness and learn what it feels like to experience that along the way. And in the meantime, a holy, perfect God can see you and me created and new. Why? Because when we believe in what Christ has done for us, we're made new and identified as new, and we begin to experience a perfect relationship with a perfect God because of the sacrifice of Christ. So our connection with God and our love relationship with God is not based on what we do, but on what Christ has done. That's the groundwork. That's the ground floor of how I build friendships. Once I know I'm loved and accepted by the living God, I begin to know who I am apart from what I do. Once I experience how deeply loved I am for nothing, and that it's a gift, and that I can grow in grace and grow in the awareness that I'm deeply loved and completely forgiven and fully pleasing every day. Wow, not by me performing, pulling it off, or meeting everybody's perfect expectation. Man, that love will melt you and cause you to even want to obey more or love more or be a better friend. Bobby, you started off by saying, have I been hurt? We're all going to be hurt. Can real friends hurt you? I think they can, but real friends don't leave you. Remember, you cannot be betrayed by an enemy. You can't really be hurt by an enemy. That's expected. Are you a real friend? Who have you left? Did someone you used to have a friendship with begin to grow, get healthier emotionally or relationally? And as they grew, you decided not to grow, and that created a wedge, or that created a gap, and maybe you decided you weren't going to grow. Well, guess what? The healthier you get emotionally and relationally, the more clearly you can see yourself and the people around you. And your want-tos change on what you value in friendship. And your definitions can be changed on what a real friend looks like. Some of us are getting hurt over and over again because we sincerely do not know what a safe and unsafe person is and how unsafe we can be. For years, as a person and a leader, I had unsafe qualities in me, and it really hurt people. So I know what it's like to be an unsafe person and to hurt people, and to not be a good friend, and not know how to find good friends. So what's the difference between an acquaintance and a friend? Friends never leave. They tell you what you need to hear, not just what you want to hear. And they love you through everything. Most of us start off marriage with an if and because love friendship. You know how many opportunities I've had to coach, lead, counsel young people getting married? And I always ask them, hey Joe, hey Sandy, why do you want to get married? And they'll take turns saying something like this: she is just amazing. She's precious and beautiful and fun. She's outgoing. She just respects me as a man and a leader. I love how she honors me and my family. I just think she's just amazing. She's sexy and hot and great. Nothing wrong with that, right? She says, oh, he's such a neat man. He's kind and loving and sensitive. He's really a good listener. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He knows how to lead me and make decisions. What do you notice about those answers? Yes, a lot of great things about the way they answered. Here's the theme and the pattern. They're selfish. They're wanting to marry the other for what they do for them. It's if and because love. Friendships start that way too. Is it wrong to see the qualities that make you feel better that someone has? No. But what's interesting is if that's the only thing. Love isn't a feeling. It's a choice and an action. So, marriages that do not mature from if and because love end up dying and becoming statistics. Friendships that are built around getting your needs met most, friendships that are built around taking care of you, won't last. They're unhealthy. Bobby, what's the point? There are a lot of things to consider here. I know. We all get hurt. I think we need to learn character judgment. I think we need to learn how emotionally healthy is somebody. Oh, now we're going to become the police on how healthy people are. Nope. You just ask wise questions. Are people willing to learn and grow? Do they have the balls? What I call the balls. Teach a bull. Available. humble. If not, when real life hits and your hurts, habits, and hang-ups show up, people will have a ceiling and they'll have a line that they go to and a ceiling that they endure. And then they're out, especially if you personally hurt them or offend them. And then all the memories you had, all the things you did together, you become one of the people that shake their head, nod their head, go, I can't believe it. I thought they were friends. What makes friends? You know who invented friendship? Jesus. He told his disciples one day, no longer do I call you slaves. I call you friends. Jesus says, I invented friendship. Friendship is on God's heart. It's a core value he has. He wants to call us friends. We transition from slavery friendship, slave status, to friend status. From somebody who's in bondage to something or someone to somebody who's at a place of exchanging life and love together, complementing and completing one another. But it's impossible, I have found, in the time I've lived on the planet, without a personal relationship with the living God through Christ. Because once you have been befriended by him and experienced that, you not only know the difference, you feel the difference. And then you have that to offer to other humans. Everything rises and falls on your intimacy with Christ as a human. Because we are not God and we don't have a divine supply. Or a supply that never wears out. God does. So his life in you, and you believing in what Christ has done for you, is the key. Bobby, are you saying there's a way to never get hurt? No. Being hurt and hurting is a way of life, because we're still figuring stuff out no matter how old we are, no matter how long we've been on the planet. But you become less safe, less unsafe, less toxic, less self-serving and selfish. It's amazing how many people who say they're in friendships and relationships that are if and because love. Think about it. What friend have you left? What friend has left you? Were you really friends? Acquaintances are a dime a dozen. Friendships are made by people who've surrendered to Christ and begin to experience what it feels like to be the friend of God through faith in Christ. This isn't hocus pocus, Sunday school, little churchy stuff I'm talking about here. I don't even relate to that stuff. I grew up not knowing God or believing in Christ and not being churched, and so that stuff turns me off as well to date. And I apologize. I don't want to put people down who like churchy words, churchy phrases, and give Bible quips and little sayings that they just don't know how to talk about truth in real human common language. So they use culturality and churchianity and churchies and Christianese, and it's a turnoff. That's because we don't know what we believe, but we can regurgitate what we believe. But we really haven't thought it through so much that we can actually talk about it. So a 5-year-old, a 15-year-old, 55-year-old, or a 95-year-old can understand this in real language. So we are irrelevant. We disconnect people, and we cause barriers between people getting to know God who are far away. I spend a lot of time, hard work, parsing words. I had someone tell me the other day, you seem to like not believe in knowing the Bible well, or education, or are you putting that down? No. Why? Because I have education. I have degrees. I do know the Bible. Not perfectly, because I'll never know the unknowable. But I've studied it. I don't need to tell you that. I don't care to tell people that. 5 years of Greek, 2 years of Hebrew, masters in theology of one of the greatest seminaries I believe on the planet. It doesn't matter. Who cares? It doesn't matter. You can go to Bible college and seminary and not know the living God personally and be a walking, amazing storehouse of information, of spiritual truth and Bible truth and theological truth. It doesn't matter what you know, it's who you know. You can become a bibliolater and be fascinated and in love with the Bible and never meet God himself. So it's both and. So back to the friendship. How's your relationships? Have you been hurt lately? Or been hurt again? I would ask you, get to know who God is. Read the love letter. Pick it up. Hey God, help me learn this stuff. Is it just a creepy little letter written by a bunch of men? Religious, hocus pocus people, mean, ugly, judgmental, critical people. I know. Get to know Jesus. Find out if he's more than just a man. Find out if he's more than just a guy who kind of invented one of the religions on the planet that's permeating. You'll find out Jesus didn't make a religion. He was all about relationships. Humans made religion. So, what are you saying today in a nutshell? I know I've been kind of splattered around a little bit, haven't I? Become a friend. What you lack more of, give more of. You'll get more of. You lack friendships? If you can become a friend, you'll get more friends. What you need more of, give more of, and you'll get more of. You need more friendships? Give more friendships. You'll get more friendships. My hope for you is that you get to grow emotionally and relationally and get healthier. Quit making everything about yourself and getting offended. Quit needing to be needed. The day you wake up and go, I don't need you, someone else who gets it will say, we might be friends. Because we're not going to be little Pac-Man on each other. Remember the Pac-Man game? Just munch off each other. Get life out of each other and call it friendship. I need you, you need me. I'll rescue you, you rescue me. I'll enable you, you enable me. We'll be friends, we'll laugh and play and go bowling and have fun. Until you wound me, offend me, until you hurt me, until I'm angry at you. Bam, I'm out. It's possible to get emotionally, relationally healthy. Emotional intelligence, I think, is the next step of growth for humanity. Hey guys, start with getting to know the God of the Bible. Ask Jesus if you can get to be one of his friends. He wants you to be his friend. Who doesn't want a friend? We are made for connection and community. Whenever you isolate, pull away, and disconnect, you're living contrary to how God designed humans. That's why solitary confinement is the worst thing that a human can experience. Because we weren't made to be disconnected and live alone. But friendships are hard to find. Well, because we don't know how to find them. We don't know what we're looking for. We just want to feel better. We just want to be taken care of. When Jesus makes you feel better and takes care of you, you'll be filled and fulfilled. And then you can go find friendships, not just to make you better, but you can find friendships that are healthier, where you can complement and complete each other, but you don't become God to one another and fill each other with traps, because you'll never meet the expectations of someone who needs to be needed. You'll never be good enough. You'll never do it right. Lots to say, and I've said too much here. So, if you've recently been hurt again, you've lost another friendship, I want you to know there's hope. I'm going to ask you to consider maybe you didn't lose a friend. When you're finished getting more comfortable being you, without fear of rejection or abandonment, without fear or the need to impress people. No more approval addiction tendencies. When you can go into a room filled with people and be completely yourself, say, think, and feel, and be you. When you're finished talking and being you, notice who got up and left and notice who's still in the room. Perhaps the people in the room could be your potential real friends. The other people were the crowd of acquaintances who are impressed by you, who might need you. Find your people, find your tribe by living more real and true to yourself. I couldn't do that apart from finding Christ and experiencing being loved by Him. And then Him saying, you're my friend. No longer do I call you slave. God's in a friendship. It's really cool. All right, guys. Go be a friend. You'll attract a friend. Talk to you soon. Bye.